Thank you, Mr. O'Day. Next to speak from District 1, Vincent Finelli.
Hi, how are you? I'm Vincent Finelli. I've been asked by you, the members of the Laclede Electric Cooperative, to run against the directors seeking re-election. You're the most important people in this room. You are the owners of Laclede Electric Corporation. You control what happens at Laclede Electric tonight. You are in charge. Before I begin, I'd like to share a one-sentence prayer that I wrote a few days ago. Lord, please consider blessing us with clarity of thought, the desire to ferret out the truth, and the determination to act with honesty and integrity in all that we do. Mark Rocker, CEO of Laclede Electric Cooperative, asked me to tell you about myself and my family. When I was 10, I met my wife in 1962, in 4th grade, the prettiest girl in the class. 10 years later, 1972, I dated her. 7 years later, in 1979, I married her. Together we have 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter, and I'm currently married to that same pretty girl for 39 years. She's here tonight. My parents were devout Christians. I graduated from a Christian high school and 2 universities. I have 2 degrees in finance and economics, and I hold a master's degree in business administration. I've been trained by some of the world's largest corporations. I was hired as a computer systems designer, computer network designer, and efficiency expert by cities, counties, and some of the largest companies in the United States. One of my accomplishments was the automation of the entire city of Fayetteville, North Carolina. In 1980, I founded a satellite communications company. We manufactured one of the world's first satellite TV systems for the home. You know, those 10 and 12-foot dish systems, you've seen them. In the 1990s, I was a chief computer consultant for multiple county school districts in Virginia. I designed and built sophisticated computer systems that propelled our county public school from last place to first place in 2 years. It became the envy of the Virginia public school system. The NBC Today show heard about it, and in a very poor rural county, they came to see us. They produced a special broadcast about my designs to teach children. In early 2000, we could clearly see that our country was in trouble. Roads were falling into disrepair, power failures were becoming more commonplace, and taxes were increasing in every imaginable way. My father, my mother, and my children and I were looking for a place to land. We found it right here in Grove Spring, Missouri. Clean air, clean water, a minimum of electromagnetic radiation, and away from people who were causing the decay of our country. We bought a neglected farm with no house. Our 15-year-old son and I managed the building of our stone farmhouse while we lived in one room, powered by a single extension cord for 18 months. Our bed was an old oriental rug, folded 3 layers thick. Our shower was a 100-foot garden hose stretched out in the sun to warm the water. That 18 months provided some of the best education our son ever received. He learned about plumbing, heating, wiring, concrete forming, sheetrock framing, violent weather, ice storms, and surviving the element. While in Missouri, I volunteered to teach anyone who is interested about preparing for the future. So far, I volunteered over 4,680 hours, and I built the country's largest preparedness expo. A radio station, AM 1340 in Springfield, Missouri, learned about my expo and offered me a radio program. Then KWTO AM 560 offered me the coveted afternoon drive time slot 5 days a week. Now I'm a nationally syndicated radio broadcaster hosting a 2-hour radio broadcast on AM, FM, satellite, internet, YouTube, telephone, listen line. I broadcast 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday. I'm on the air 24 hours a day, including right now. And if you dial this number, you can listen to me on the air, 605-477-3249. I'm the country's only broadcaster whose radio program is on 2 competing networks. If you've heard of Dr. Norm Shealy, he's been on the air with me 2 hours a week for 7 years. So What have I done for you in this room? A few years ago, I stopped the gun confiscation of your black rifles, AR-15s, AK-47s, certain shotguns, magazines over 10 rounds, and if the Missouri House Bill 540 passed, owning any of these would make you a Class C felon. I stopped it. I'm not done. Well, I'm not done. I don't take direction very well either. And this is what I think should be important to you. I built a solar power generation system with Mrs. Finelli and our son. We designed, engineered, welded a solar rack using used materials that we purchased in Lebanon. We have an off-grid system capable of powering our farm, and it also supplies electricity to you as well, including right here, right now. It works. It's been in operation for almost 2 years without a single failure. I built the world's first off-grid solar-powered national radio broadcast studio. I sell electricity to Laclede Electric for 2.1 cents a kilowatt hour. They in turn sell it to you for 10 cents a kilowatt hour. I'm hurrying up. Okay, well, why am I here? My electric bill is too high, way too high, and I will do my best to lower it for all of us. I'm a teacher, and I want to teach you to do what I've done. Lower your electric bill and protect yourself from an electromagnetic pulse. I have a plan to teach you how to do this for free at the Cooperative. Tonight's meeting cost you $65,000. If I'm elected, I will forego my director's salary if the 8 other directors agree to do so. How much are you paying your directors? About $24,000 a year. Now you know why these people are here. Because they're receiving about $24,000 a year. Right after this election is a board meeting. If I'm elected, I'll have a seat on the board and I won't rest. And I won't let the rest of the board members go home without addressing my proposal to reduce your electric rates by 10% effective tomorrow morning. I'm Vincent Finelli. Above all, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you.